Hello, what's up, guys? So, I've been seeing a question that is commonly asked, like, what type of side hustle is good for a teacher? Uh, we are closing for half term, so what side hustle can I do? Um, Others ask, like, a teacher have been teaching maybe 3 months in, and the pay is delayed, maybe due to late dispersion of the capitation, such questions. Or sometimes maybe someone has lost interest in teaching itself, so which side hustle can they engage in? Welcome to Teach Christ International. My name is Ruth Kerubo, and I'm going to take you in a few some of the side hustles that you can do um, as a teacher. And some are from zero income, actually you require no income capital, others you do require, so enjoy. So the first thing that you can get to do is to run an Airbnb business. Let's say you're a teacher who has a house, maybe a two-bedroomed house, and it is vacant, it's laying somewhere which is prime. You can decide to use that uh, resource to run an Airbnb business. So just register it on the website, then you list it and you start earning your money. You can also decide to run an aggregate shop. Maybe you're an agricultural teacher, so you're an expert in the same. You can decide to run an aggregate shop where you can be selling seeds, agrochemicals, among other things. You can also decide to do article writing. Sorry, like for me, being a teacher, I love writing, so I can write articles and earn. But the key thing, especially if you're doing article writing at night, you need to ensure they shorter projects so that you don't sleep during assembly time. The other thing you can do is advertisement. You can, are you maybe you have a sweet tongue, teachers are natural noisemakers, so you can decide to use that talent which is innate to advertise different services. You can do marketing for private schools. They usually need, I remember a time when my uncle had his school was opening up. He requested me to do marketing, and it was a paid venture. So these facilities are there, and I'll show you some of the things that you need to consider when you're doing marketing for the school. Marketing is all about communicating the value that you will bring on the table. So, for example, what is the value that parents will get from your private school that they will be paying for it? Perhaps it's students getting free swimming classes. Maybe they're going to class very early and leaving late, so if you have a busy schedule, the children get occupied. You can also talk about students being engaged over the holiday. Maybe they have sessions with their parents. That's what you need to communicate. So you look at the long-term goals, the short-term goals, and even the mid-term goals. Then you try to create a value proposition to get your customers there. Remember, don't over-promise. Yeah. For example, be saying that you'll be giving free food, yet it will not be sustainable in the long run. So try to communicate these value proposition right. That is all that is needed for marketing and advertising. So you must really come up with a good marketing strategy, and some of the things that you need to do is to have a product description. You have the customer details, You can do competitors research. What are they doing differently that you're not doing? Then you can set a buffer solution to it. Then you can come up with a digital marketing strategy. For example, you're marketing on different platforms, maybe 3 days a week. Then you get to understand the customer persona. For example, if you're working with students who are weak, how do you get to talk with them? What about their parents? Are they supportive? So those are some of the things really that you need to consider. You can also perform a thorough targeted awareness campaign online. Then you outline the benefits of choosing you, that what you are saying about the value proposition. Like you can see here, you can talk about the school fees. Perhaps you're charging less than what the others are charging. You can talk about academic rigor and performance. You can talk about the school culture. Maybe it's Christian based, maybe it's Muslim based. What is the culture really, and what do you believe in as a school? You can talk about discipline and management of learners. How does a learner get to improve in behavior? What are the social and communication skills? How school struggling learners are supported? Do you have maybe remedial sessions? What about the cleanliness, hygiene, safety? And especially on safety, this has become a big thing because every parent wants assurance that their kid will come. You see, like the thing that happened for Java Kali. You have told the school, don't send my kid home. Then they put your child in a bus at night. Then they die. That's why even most international schools are emphasizing on want to have a certificate that shows that they are safety compliant. Let's say you have someone who is teaching them swimming. Do they have this safety certification? Do the teachers even have first aid skills? Because accidents are bound to happen. For example, what next will happen? So such things. What about nurturing of talents? You can talk about things like students getting coaching, maybe in drama, in different instruments, the balls that they're concerned in, you see. So I can see literally you invest in your teachers. Why? Because teachers' results are in the staff room, and once the students are happy, the learners are happy, they become the best marketers. Once they're happy, they'll be talking about the school every now and then, and the next thing, pop, even the parents will be doing referrals. That is it all about advertising. B, it's about baking. So in case you have a passion for baking, you can consider, like here I was making ugali cake. So we used the pan. You can get to improvise. Look at how it turned out, and here is us eating, you see. So you can do baking and decoration. And the good thing is these are learnable skills, you see. So and make money. So you can make things like cakes, cupcakes, whatever pastry, meat pies, shawarma, etc. The other thing to do is beadwork. Like my sister loves beadwork, so you can do beadwork, then get to sell. I remember there's this boy when we were in campus. His name is Musa. Teacher Musa, hi. Yeah, he was a teacher of Kiswahili, and he used to make these things, and actually could make money to support himself and pay his bills, even as a student teacher. So something that you can do, you can make waste beads, especially those people who come from communities like the pastoralists, the Sujuing, the Maasais, where beadwork is really adored. This is it for you. So you can make baskets and get to sell them. Another thing that you can do is barbering, literally cutting people's hair, and you get your man look like to have this classy cut, so you get to earn. Another thing you can do is branding. Okay, especially for the barber shop, I remember my friend Mike. Hi. So you could do this and you earn money, like right now the rates are starting from 50 shillings, so you cannot go home with less than 200 if you have 4 clients. Yeah, if it's a classic cut, the price goes up also. Like you can also make bags, get to customize them, for example the souvenir bags, and you make your cash. You can also do branding of different materials, maybe the capes, because people are always into business. You can do for the t-shirts, etc., and get your money. Another thing that you can do is to open a bookshop. Teachers are into books, so since you're well versed with the books, it is a good option for you, because at least you'll be dealing within your area of expertise. C is for you can do cleaning services, and this will basically entail literally maybe washing. You can do decluttering, then you get to do also house arrangement, and you get your own sweet cash. You can also get into content creation. Someone like Dee Mwango is a teacher of English and literature, and right now she's doing travel vlogs, and it's a very lucrative venture, so don't limit yourself. Another thing you can do is crocheting, and this is the big thing that has been happening. I have a friend known as Chimna. Please check her on YouTube, Chimna Arts. She has been doing crocheting, and you literally get money. You can crochet things like socks, dresses, everything. And the beauty is that you'll be busy, it is therapeutic, and yeah, you have the products that you can get to sell. Do you also have a passion for cooking? You can consider cooking and selling the products. Like I run this page, Facebook page, so you can see the githeri there. So you just create a portfolio. So I use this page as a portfolio, and people can get to see you. You see, like those are some of the things that I can make. We have chapo there. So yeah, this was Mutura. Yeah, this is Maini. So people can get to see your food, so you get to join various groups, cooking groups like the one run by Agnes Mueni. We have bakers groups, and people get to notice you. Swahili dishes, especially for the Swahili dishes, you can get to make your own food and get to sell it. And yeah, just at the roadside or you hawk it, or you go to the houses and do the selling of your services. Yeah, maybe you're good in making chapatis like my sister. You can literally outsource your services. Another thing is to do CV writing. I remember 2022, I survived on CV writing the first 3 months. Yeah, it was really lucrative because as a beginner I started with 500, and as days went by I could even charge 1,000 for crafting and customizing your CV. And even today, right now, I'm at 2,500 for a professional CV for a person who has over 10 years experience. So that is it. You can also get to make candles. In the era of self-care, where people love scented candles, why not learn the skill of making candles and sell to people who want to make rituals? Yeah, they're beautiful. They make the house smell nice, the calming effect. You can also do drop shipping. For example, you saw an item somewhere, so you decide to post it maybe on your WhatsApp status or your Insta stories. Then once someone orders it, you ask the vendor to send it to them, or then you add your profit margin on top. Yeah. Another thing, you can start a daycare because teachers are into children, especially the ECD teachers. You can start a daycare to help busy parents. Yeah, you can also do delivery. For example, if you have, let's say, a motorcycle that is there, you can use it for delivery. But look within your state and your county to know whether you need to be registered. Maybe you need to register with the authorities or some delivery apps like Global. You can also get into decor. I remember this was big. I've done as what birthday parties, event planning, and just blowing those balloons. It's hectic, but at the end of the day it comes out beautiful, and people are like, I want to surprise them. So this is something you can also look into, especially during the school breaks. You find that weddings happening, maybe even at churches where functions happening, so they need decor services, so you can get to do that. Yeah. In terms of, you can also do errand business. I've done this, especially in 2021, 2022. And my first client who believed in me was my dad, who referred a client who needed their gown to be dropped in KU. So I did that, and I got money, and it was a nice pay. Also, my dad, for me, it could give me maybe 100 shillings to use as transport, to take his coats to the laundry. Then I'll use that money. I just walk to that place because 100 is much, and I save it. I know 100 bob seems small, but by then, for me, it was big money because it means like I had access to bundles. Yeah, so that is it. You can even brand it. Also know this girl known as Millie. Meals errands. This is a business that is so simple. It actually requires zero capital, and as you do your things, maybe you're in town, you can get to deliver, do carrying of packages, maybe go and pay rent and such stuff. The small things. You can also do escort services, for pregnant mothers, or for people who have terminal diseases, let's say cancer. They need to go for kidney and that thing, dialysis. You can take them there. So yeah, and you get paid. Another thing is exam preparation. So you get to prepare educational products that you sell. I remember some people are so big on it, like these guys. Let me check them out. Like this guy here, he calls himself chief examiner. So you can see he has even a group so where he distributes some of the materials. Yeah, so it's just being creative. There's another one I saw known as chepkwoni. We also have another one known as chepkwoni, like you can see the consistency there. Yeah, so he gets to post his products, the exams, because students need to revise, teachers need revision materials also to see and explore how far the students are. So you can create exams around your area of specialization. There are also sites like Kenyaplex where you can get to post your education content, exams, notes, PDFs, etc. You can also go to sites like Udemy and get to publish some of the online courses, or depending on technically everything, even maybe for Kiswahili I can teach, and just a wide thing. You can also get to do things like ebooks. Yeah, you create digital products like ebooks, e-courses, then you sell. Then you can do fashion and design. If you, for example, you did home economics, those things, among other stuff that are related to fashion design, you can do that and get to earn. People love fashion, especially in the acting industry. People want to be fashionable. They want to make maybe their clothes, how do we call it, to trim them a bit so that they are fitting, so that they can feel confident. You can also do consultancy on the same, on what they can do, where, so you can look into that. Yeah, also you can do farming. My parents have done farming, actually. I think as much as I don't advocate for mobile farming, because sometimes unaungua, you literally get burned, because if you don't get trustworthy people, you're likely to get burned. But if you're near a place where you can get to supervise, there's some land, why not venture into that? Also, if you're in a remote area, there's rain, there's fertilizers, you can actually rent out the place. Yeah, unakomboa alafu unalima kama ni maragu yako, then you get to sell. My friend Damaris told me she ever did that, and yeah, she got a nice harvest. So you can do that, especially for crops that are fast growing, like danias, herbs. But if you're a low maintenance person, you are not hands-on, you can consider the long-term crops like maize, cassava, nini. Yeah, you can also do forex trading. If you're keen, if you have time, you can do forex trading. You can also do financial education. In our there are some educational gaps, especially on financial education. So if you're good in finances, why not teach that? Maybe you can do accounting. Yeah. Let's say you have passion for guidance and counseling. You can also venture into that. Personally, I've done it as a mentor. I used to go to schools and do is it public speaking, motivation speaking, or is it inspiration speaking, and giving them tips on what they can do. Then I could earn my money. You can do that. Yeah. Also, if you're let's say a chief examiner, you're an expert in your area, maybe you're a marker, a supervisor, you can get to go to schools and yeah, give them tips, and you get paid handsomely because you're an authority. You understand? You can also hawk things, like basically anything that is sellable: clothes, passes. You can hawk smoky, mayai, um, tea, eh, whatever is on season, socks, um, stockings, etc. Another thing, you can get to learn about making of ice cream and ice pops, then you sell. Especially a place like where I am currently, you can see I'm sweating. Hey, you need something to cool yourself, so why not make that business, especially if you're staying around a school where there is that demand. Yeah, if you are a music teacher, you can get to teach an instrument, maybe piano, saxophone, etc. Another thing you can do is to get to import things, then you get to sell. Yeah. Another thing, you can get to do juicing. Maybe you're a fan of juices, you can get to make your juice. If you have a blender, get to blend and sell. You package it well. Like here, if you have the straw, we have that cover. You put the iron wrap, then there is the carrying cup. As simple as that, and you make your money. Especially in this era where people are encouraged to go healthy, so you can consider doing that. Like, this is my work, you see, and you get to sell it. So you can also do knitting. Then if you have money, you can get to do lending. If you're into leadership, you can open a leadership academy where you'll be tutoring people, students on life skills. Like this Destiny Leadership Academy. It was started by people who had passion about mentoring the next generation. So why not venture into that? Because we are teachers, we have spent time with the students, so we know them best. And you get to teach them the 21st century skills like collaboration, communication. Another thing, for example, as a teacher of language, you can get to do language instruction, even phonics, and you earn. Yeah. Then you can do mat making. I remember, like, there is my friend, actually a former colleague, when we were for our TP, Mary Murady. She used to do mat making, and she sells. If you're not able to make, you can always outsource. You buy, then you sell. So yeah, you can do the mat making. You can as well as do selling of what do you call them, carpets. You can also do glass recycling. You change waste into treasure. Yeah. Another thing you can do is to do makeup artistry. Yeah, maybe you're good in beauty. You can make people's eyebrows, applying lipstick. Like, yeah, maybe have these products. I can actually do these, maybe. Yeah. And you get to earn your income. Another thing that you can do is open an M-Pesa shop. Like at my current station, there's a lady who amazes me. She's ambitious. She has an M-Pesa shop, and you can get a commission as low as 20,000. So that is enough to pay. That is technically someone's rent, sometimes even in some schools. So it's a good venture. You can also get to do marking of exams. Yeah, like during the December holidays, teachers get engaged in marking of exams. And yeah, so if you go to a school, let's say this international schools or the tuition centers, you can get to do marking for a pay. I also remember when I was doing my TP, I had another teacher of geography, and but then she had lost her baby. Yeah, so she could give me some of her work. I mark on her behalf, then she could pay me. That money was sweet. Also, there's in my former station, this Mr. Kimuyu, thank you so much. Yeah, he would give me some of his geography papers. I get to mark, then I earn. That money was sweet, so sweet. Yes. So yeah, another thing you can do is to be a nanny. Especially if you're, let's say you have done Montessori system, you can get to be a nanny and start from there. You can get to do outside catering. You can do online writing. Online writing is so wide. We shall talk about it another time. You can do organic research and formulation of products, maybe skin products, hair products, especially soap, and people will get to buy from you. And over time, it will grow to a brand. You see, I love someone like JC. She even quit her low job to pursue a career in organic product formulation. So it's really a booming business because people don't want stuff that are going to bleach them. They want to be as natural as possible, yet get nutrients and the glow. You can also do online surveys. I've already said that. You can also do photography. Who doesn't love photos? Who doesn't? So you can do that and earn some income. You can also do printing and photocopy services, especially if you're in an area that has pumped a lot of traffic. You see, like for teachers in Kenya, they do the TSC, the TPAD filing. So you can help them to do that because sometimes the network is not even stable. So you can open a cyber to offer such services. You can do plating if you love knitting. You can do the braids. So like installing this African, this was which Afro kink, yeah. So such things, and you get to earn. You can also do private coaching, and especially on the weak areas that one is weak, maybe you can go and even do coaching in areas such as sports, maybe tennis. I remember there's this girl, we used to call her Chep. I don't remember the name quite well, but she used to train in a court privately, and she could earn a good income, 1,500, per hour to teach tennis. Maybe you're teaching chess, depending on the area that you're interested. Maybe you're good in volleyball. Yeah, you can do private coaching. Then you can also do publishing. You have been having that book in the mind. Why not publish it? Actually, if you want to be an authority in your area, it's either you publish or perish. So you rather be quick. Then another thing is to make quivers, Another thing, you can run master classes, maybe Kiswahili for beginners, Kiswahili for travelers, Kiswahili for what, you see. Maybe you're teaching a topic that is not that simple. it's complex for most people. So you can run a master class, even on doing things like drop shipping, even teaching a skill itself. So you can run a master class. Another thing, you can sell anything. Yeah, I'm not saying you can sell even your punanis. So you can sell cooked food, you can sell groceries, yeah, like tomatoes, onions, maize. I remember there's an opportunity last year. No, 2020. Yeah, last year. And my mom had maize. She could tell me, if you get clients, tell me then. Um, they get to buy. So you can sell practically everything: sandals, tracksuits, maybe to the parents, and depends who you're targeting. Maybe it's fellow teachers. You can sell things like clothes. You can even sell vegetables. Like my mom, when she goes to work, she's a teacher, she comes back with veggies, so you can sell anything: peanut butter, honey. Another thing you can do is sewing, or is it called, it's actually sewing. You can do sewing. You can do singing and record your songs. Like a girl I love, Kelsey, yeah, my former classmate, she sings and records, and using the Skiza tunes she's able to earn, posting your songs on these online platforms like Spotify, YouTube, and you start booming. I remember there's also this teacher, what was her name? Is it Keter? Yeah, Janet. I've forgotten the name. But that madam was our drama teacher. Then she could shoot her songs, and even engage students during the time between closing, when people are not busy. Then she published, and yeah, so she has become a recorded gospel artist. You can also do SEO, that is search engine optimization, especially if you know how to run blogs. You can do that. You can also do skating. Yeah, so you do skating, then you go and teach. So at the end of the day, you will even open talent school. Another thing you can do is to offer tuition services. I'll talk about this in the next video. You can do thrifting. You take the ukrika, mtush, unaweza uza viatu, mtush, nguo mtush, anything. Yeah, you can also do translation and transcription, especially if you're into the languages. You can also make products like toilet cleaners. I remember selling liquid soap, and it was good business before people came to know the recipe. I had made some money because I'll sell 20 liters, 1,000 shillings, and I'll target the big organization like Mako and the Muslim Association of Kenyatta University, and I could get good money. It was so sweet. Yeah. You can also do UI UX design. So basically this is about software testing, yeah, and designing so that some of these websites and apps are user friendly. You can also do video editing, also video shooting, and you get your money, which is related to photography. And the good thing is that you can use a phone. If you have a good phone, let's say Samsung S22, you can do these things, then you edit. Then you can do wall portraits, wall mirrors. You can also do wig making, then you sell. And actually you find it so simple. Once you have the bundle of hair, all you need to do is have a crochet, an idea on how to do, you then crochet the bundles into the cup, the wig cup, then you style it, then you can decide to ventilate it and you earn your money. Another, you can do YouTubing and earn, though it is a continuous process. Yeah, and finally, what else can you do? Maneros. Wakati wa kujirembesha sasa. Pedicure, like what my sister does. Back to Look school maneros. So beautiful. Yeah, this is nude color. And you get paid to do that. You can also do organizing of trips. Yeah. So that with time you even become a tour guide. So hope I've answered your question, what type of side hustle is good for a teacher. So it all depends on you. What is your passion? Have you done your market research? What are people interested in your area? What is profitable to you? Such things are what you need to consider. And what is the time available to you? What is the reason you're doing? Is it because you have time that you need to preoccupy yourself with? Is it that you want an extra income? Is it that you want to turn the side hustle the main hustle so that maybe you quit? Is it an exit strategy? All these things you need to take into consideration. Until next time, I've been your host, Ruth Kerubo. Bye.